Dear students, centroid is the geometrical center of a plane area. So it is otherwise termed to be the center of gravity of a plane lamina. The determination of centroid of a composite lamina is so important because it plays major role in determining its moment of inertia. If a plane area is symmetrical about its central axis in both the horizontal as well as vertical directions, then we can easily locate its centroid by dividing the length of the plane along the x-axis by 2 and by dividing the length of the plane along y-axis by 2. So this will be the centroid x bar comma y bar of this plane area. Here we need not to go for any calculations to locate the centroid. Okay, but in case of unsymmetrical plane areas, we need to follow some calculation steps to locate the centroid. Okay, here comes the problem. Locate the centroid of the composite area shown in the figure. So the given composite lamina is not symmetrical about the central axis. So we have to go for some calculation steps to locate the centroid. So for such cases, we have to separate the entire composite lamina into minimal number of subsections. Okay, for that the entire rectangular portion of length 3 plus 4 plus this 3. So totally the length of the rectangle being considered as 3 plus 4 plus 3, that is 10 centimeter. Okay, and the width is 3 plus 3, 6 centimeter. Okay, so the first section we are going to consider as the entire rectangular section with length 10 centimeter and width 6 centimeter. Okay, from which we have to neglect the unhatched portions. For that I am going to consider this section. Okay, so this triangular section has to be subtracted from the rectangular portion while calculating the centroid. Okay, the length of this triangle along the x-axis is given as 3 centimeter and the length of this triangle along the y-axis is 3 centimeter. Okay, so this is the second section we are going to consider for locating the centroid of the given composite lamina. So from the considered rectangular portion, this triangular portion has to be subtracted. Then the third section will be this quadrant. So this quadrant should be considered as the third section, which also has to be subtracted from the entire rectangle to locate the centroid of the given composite lamina. So the length of this quadrant along the x-axis is given as 3 centimeter, that is the radius of the quadrant, and along the y-axis the length of the quadrant is also 3 centimeter, that is the radius of the quadrant. Okay, so this is section 1. From the entire section, if we subtract the portions triangle and quadrant, then we can have the given plane area. So the general formula to locate the centroid of a composite lamina is x bar is equal to a1 x1 plus a2 x2 plus a3 x3 plus up to an xn, the whole divided by a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus up to an. Okay, here a1, a2, a3 up to an are the areas of the subsections, and x1, x2, x3 up to xn are the centroid of the individual subsection. Okay, so if we calculate the area and the centroid of the subsections from the reference axis, then we can locate the centroid of the given composite lamina along the x-axis using this formula. Similarly, y bar can be calculated using the formula a1 y1 plus a2 y2 plus a3 y3 plus up to an yn divided by a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus up to an. So here y1, y2, y3 up to yn are the centroid of the individual subsections along the y-axis. So if we know the area and the centroid of the subsections along the y-axis, then we can locate the centroid of the entire section along the y-axis. Okay. So for the given case, we have considered 3 sections to locate the centroid, but if we subtract the second and third sections from the considered first section, then only we can have the given plane area. So that the x bar formula for the given case is a1x1 minus a2x2 minus a3x3 divided by a1 minus a2 minus a3, and y bar for the given case is a1y1 minus a2y2 minus a3y3 divided by a1 minus a2 minus a3. So let us calculate the area and the centroid of the subsections one by one. This is the first section we have considered. This is the rectangular section. So we can calculate this area using the formula length into breadth. Okay. So 10 into 6, that is 60 centimeters square. Okay. Then to locate the centroid of this subsection along the x-axis, we have to fold this rectangular section along the x-axis. So the centroid of this rectangular section along the x-axis will get located from the reference exactly at the midpoint along the x-axis. So this centroid location is located from the axis as denoted by x1. So we can calculate the x1 value by dividing the length of the rectangular section by 2, that is 5 centimeter. Next, to locate the centroid of this rectangular section along the y-axis, we have to fold this rectangular section about the y-axis. Okay, so this is the centroid location of this rectangular section about y-axis. Y1 is the distance of this location from the reference axis. So y1 can be calculated just by dividing the width of this rectangular section, that is length along the y-axis 6 centimeter by 2. So that is 3 centimeter. Next, considering the second section we have considered, we can calculate the area of this section using the formula of into b into h. So the area of the second section is 4.5 centimeters square. We need to locate the centroid of the second section along the x and y axis. First, to locate the centroid of the triangular section along its x-axis, we have to fold this triangular section along x-axis. While we folding this triangular section, this will not be symmetrical in both the sides. The centroid formula for this triangular along x-axis is b by 3. So that b by 3 should be located from the right angle corner along the x-axis. So this distance is b by 3. So the centroid of this triangular section is located at b by 3 distance from the reference axis. Okay, x2 is b by 3 from the reference axis. So 3 by 3 is 1 centimeter. Next, to locate the centroid of the second section along the y-axis, we have to fold this triangular section along y-axis. So while folding along y-axis, it will not be symmetrical in both the sides. So in such case, the formula for the centroid is h by 3. So that h by 3 is located from the right angle corner along y-axis. Okay, so this distance is h by 3. In the formula, y2 is the distance between this location of centroid from the reference axis. So this is h by 3. We need to calculate y2. Y2 can be calculated by subtracting h by 3 from the total height. The total height is 6 centimeter. So we can calculate y2 as 6 minus h by 3. 6 minus height of the triangle is 3 centimeter by 3. 6 minus 1, that is 5 centimeter. Okay. Next, considering the third section. So this is the quadrant. The formula for calculating the area of the quadrant is 1 by 4 pi r square. So 1 by 4 into pi into radius of the quadrant is 3. So A3 will be 7.0686 centimeter square. Okay. Next, we need to locate the centroid of this quadrant along x and y axis. For that, we need to fold this quadrant along x axis. 4r by 3 pi is located from the corner point along x axis, but x3 is the distance of this centroidal axis from the reference. x3 can be calculated by subtracting this 4r by 3 pi distance from the total length 10 centimeter. So x3 is equal to 10 centimeter minus 4r by 3 pi. Okay. So 10 minus 4 into radius of the quadrant is 3 divided by 3 pi. So x3 is 8.7268 centimeter. Okay. So next, to locate the centroid of the quadrant section along y axis, we need to fold this quadrant along y axis. So the centroid formula for quadrant along y axis is 4r by 3 pi. So the centroidal location of this quadrant section is located at 4r by 3 pi distance along y axis from the corner point. Okay, so this is 4r by 3 pi. But to calculate y3, we need to consider the distance of the centroidal location from the reference axis. Okay, so this is y3. Okay, the distance of the centroidal location from the corner point of the quadrant is 4r by 3 pi. The corner point of the quadrant is located at 6 centimeters from the reference. So y3 can be calculated by subtracting this 4r by 3 pi value from 6 centimeter. So y3 is equal to 6 minus 4r divided by 3 pi. That is 6 minus 4 into radius of the quadrant is 3 centimeter divided by 3 pi. So which is 4.7268 centimeter. Okay. Now we have calculated all the required data to determine the centroid of the given plane area. For section 1, area A1 is equal to 60 centimeter square, x1 is equal to 5 centimeter, y1 is 3 centimeter. And for section 2, area A2 is equal to 4.5 centimeter square, x2 is 1 centimeter, y2 is 5 centimeter. Okay. For section 3, area A3 is equal to 7.0686 centimeter square, x3 is equal to 8.7268 centimeter, and y3 is equal to 4.7268 centimeter. Okay. So x bar can be calculated as a1 into x1 minus a2 into x2 minus a3 into x3, the whole divided by a1 minus a2 minus a3. So the x bar value can be obtained as 4.83 centimeter. Now we can calculate y bar as a1 into y1 minus a2 into y2 minus a3 into y3, the whole divided by a1 minus a2 minus a3. Okay, so the y bar value for the given plane area is 2.56 centimeter. So the centroid for the given section is x bar comma y bar is 4.83 comma 2.56 centimeter.